Welcome to Fierce, Fun, Feminine, and Other F Words. I'm Christine Elizabeth, and I help women unstuck themselves. Today, we are talking about focus, and it is the first episode in a two-part series, and I have a challenge for you. How we choose to focus our thoughts and our energy either takes us forward, keeps us stuck, or takes us in the past. Today, we're going to talk about a way to take you forward and help improve your life. Let's get started. Focus is a huge topic because it is how we steer our thoughts and where we direct our life. It's how we choose our path. Focus is energy. There's a quote, "Where focus goes, energy flows." Tony Robbins said that, and I've known it for years, and it's true. And I've done it both ways. I've focused on the right things, and I experienced success, and I focused on the wrong things. They kept getting bigger and bigger, and I experienced a learning experience. I'm not going to call it failure. I'm going to look back on it and say, wow, I learned not to do that. And let me give you a couple examples. Maybe you've been through a breakup or divorce, and it's devastating, truly devastating. How do you change your focus from rehashing the conversations or the incident that caused it, or wanting to sit there and write an email to try to negotiate or plead your point? You're dwelling on it. You're hyper-focusing on it. How does that make your body feel? And is it taking you forward? Or is it just feel like some purging thing in the beginning that turns into a dark hole later? Or maybe you have a child that is struggling in school and you're hyper-focused on trying to help them get better at it. You've tried every angle and it's just not working, and you're beating yourself up because you feel like a failure as a parent. Well, let's look at it in a positive way. Have you ever focused on, maybe meal planning? Maybe you thought, you know what, I'm going to get really good at planning ahead so that I am more successful in making healthy choices in my diet. And you hyper-focused on getting all the ingredients you needed for your week's meals, and maybe you spent Sunday meal planning and putting them all in portions and doing that. Or maybe it was a weight loss journey you set out to go on. It was a goal. And you were hyper-focused. If you achieved it, you had to have focus. Focus is huge if you want to move the needle in your life, if you want to experience more success. And before we get into the next episode, I'm going to challenge you to put your focus on your to-do list. Now, we all have to-do lists, and they go from urgent to important to necessary to I'll get to that when I get to that, right? Now, the urgent things have to be taken care of right away, and the important things are very important. They have to be taken care of. There's always that one thing, though, that we're putting off. That's what I want to challenge you on today. What is one thing that's been on your to-do list that you've been putting off? It needs to be done. It's been on your to-do list. Every week or every month, it's in your calendar. It gets moved, it gets moved, it gets moved, and it's not getting done because you're not giving it the attention that it needs to get it finished. For whatever reason, maybe it's something that's just going to, you don't want to give up the time. Maybe it's going to require you to give up some time on your day off to do it. Maybe it's just something that's going to cause some uncomfortableness. I don't know what this might be on your to-do list. Maybe it's going to require a crunchy conversation and you just keep putting it off because you don't want to deal with it. Maybe it's just something you don't enjoy doing. It could be organizing a home office that has papers from the last 10 years and they need to be all filed away and done. Maybe it's cleaning your garage. Maybe it's cleaning your car. I don't know what this thing is, but we all have one. And when you get this nasty little bugger off your to-do list, you feel incredible. Your focus on it will take you to success so that you can move forward and start to tackle other things. So your first exercise in focus is to identify what is it? What is it that you need to get done that you really have been putting off? And how are you going to do it? How are you going to take action to move forward? You're going to hyper-focus on it. If it's a huge project, I'm going to encourage you to break it down into bite-sized pieces. I have a garage project I have to work on. It has been sitting there for probably 8 weeks. I know I need to go through it. It's a bunch of boxes, moving boxes, things that I need to go through, donate to charity or trash or sell in a garage sale or Poshmark, whatever it is. I have, oh my goodness, probably 15 to 20 moving boxes that I need to go through. I keep putting it off. And it's just because it's not enjoyable. That it's not hurting anybody sitting there, but it's one of those projects that if I don't do it, let's say I move those boxes that I've never gone through, I'm going to carry them with me. It's just baggage that's going to go along with me. So I need to get it done. And I'm going to use that as my focus challenge for myself. What is your focus challenge? What's the thing you need to get off your to-do list? What is it? How are we going to break this down? Well, the garage is a huge job. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I might do this by one box at a time. I'll just go through one box, maybe 2 boxes a day. If I break that down over a week, it's a lot easier to accomplish this thing, but I'm going to stay focused on it. So what is yours? What is the thing that you need to get rid of? And you have to just focus on it to bust it out and get it off your to-do list. Think about what it is. How much time is it going to take you? And how can you break it down into bite-sized pieces so that you can get it done by the time you listen to the next episode about focus? That is your challenge for now. When I come back, we're going to talk about how focus moves us forward and brings us success in life, in our relationships, our career, our fitness, our health, everything. Go get them, get focused, break it down. When we come back for Focus Episode 2, I hope to hear all about what you did. I've done all kinds of challenges in my lifetime. I've never done a focus challenge, and I thought, how cool would it be if all of my listeners could knock something off their to-do list because they focused on it? And I have an entire episode to talk about the neurology of focus and how we can use focus to advance our life and our relationships, our career. But I want you to experience success and progress in this one thing, because getting the thing off of our to-do list that we really have been putting off requires a lot of focus, more focus than we want to give it. That's why it's still sitting there at the bottom of the list. So do it. And if you know anyone that maybe would do one with you, a focus challenge, share this episode with them and be accountability partners to get it done. Try to get it done before the next episode on Focus releases. Make sure that you hit subscribe so that you're notified when the episode goes up. And if you want to reach out to me, feel free at fiercefunfeminine@yahoo.com. In the meantime, have a fierce, fun, feminine, and fabulous day.